No, Dylan, it's not a video about pets in the private rented sector. That's a different video. Welcome along to the next instalment of our fantastic content campaign, Digitisation of the Landlord Lifecycle. And essentially what we've been doing throughout this month-long content series is we have been demonstrating and highlighting the different aspects of landlord life that can be digitized. And with the advent of so many amazing products and services and tools for landlords in the digital space, it means that landlords can really digitize almost every aspect of their landlord life. And these tools and products probably solve about 90% of landlord pain points. So we're really encouraging every landlord to go digital in 2022. And there are 4 phases of the landlord life cycle. First of all, pre-acquisition, then acquisition, then ownership, management and growth, and finally the exit phase. And this video is the last in the series of the ownership, management and growth phase. And this is the phase where the landlord is managing properties and tenancies and also looking to grow their portfolio. Now, in order to grow a portfolio, because property is such a cash-hungry business, you've got 2 options really. The first is to wait for organic capital growth so that your loan to values decrease, then you can remortgage up to a higher loan to value and release some equity. Or the second option is to force the appreciation through development or refurbishment. And for today's installment, we're going to look at how the Lendlord software identifies capital raising opportunities for landlords, because you are going to want to be able to keep raising capital, keep recycling your cash. And when you do that, you're actually going to go back into the pre-acquisition, acquisition, and then back into the ownership, management and growth phase. So you'll kind of be going around in a loop for about 20 to 25 years until that point when you exit. So we're going to jump across to a previously recorded webinar now about how to raise capital within the Lendlord platform. You know, it's an automated system to help landlords identify capital raising opportunities, access different products that maybe they didn't even know existed to help them. This is what we're going to just dive a little bit deeper into today, just to remind everybody that this finance hub is there for you. It is the kind of heart of Lendlord, if you like, and it will help you see opportunity, because clearly you know, if you've got a very significant amount of equity, you may want to release some of that to acquire some more property. So you know, it really does give a very, as we're looking at now on the portfolio page, we can see immediately the landlord's or property investor's position graphically represented there, and that's just like the top layer of the onion, isn't it? It's, you can kind of keep it goes deeper and deeper and deeper depending on what you're looking to do. So do you want to just give us a quick tour around it?
Yes, so in this video we'll focus mainly on the finance insights. So I take into account that you already input and entered all the relevant property details on your My Portfolio page. The first page with the summary of your mortgage situation is the available lenders page for My Portfolio. And if you access this page, you can see the aggregation of your mortgages per lender. You can see your ICR, the portfolio ICR number. And this is the stress test that some of the lenders require to do when they assess a new case. And in here you can see which lenders are available for you for a new mortgage, which lenders are not, and what is the reason.
Mm-hmm. You can also, and of course, sorry, Avram, I was just going to say that, of course, all this information is generated from real-time open source inputs, isn't it? So you, Lendlord has inputs coming in from all the different financial engines, so that when a new product is released, that would immediately appear on Lendlord.
Yes, yes, indeed. Another thing you can do is basically to say, okay, I have a partner. If I apply together with him, then the situation might be a different situation. So if John applies by himself, in this case, his ICR level is a bit low, so he didn't meet the criteria of several lenders. But if he applied together with Kate, then there might be other lenders available for him. And if you want to deep dive into a specific product, you should go to the mortgage search page. And this is like the mortgage simulation, remortgage simulation. And there you can choose if you apply as an individual, and if so, if it's just like you by yourself, you with Kate, or just Kate. Or you can apply as a company. And for like company mortgages, you have different lenders, different rates available. And then you can search for a specific mortgage. Here it's for like a purchase application with this estimation of the property value and the expected rent. And you can see the results.
And that's so useful to see that, because it's not just the headline rate that you need to be looking at. You do need to be looking at the fees as well. And if there are any, special conditions of the mortgage. So very important to look at all the options and assess them, because the one with the lowest initial interest rate may not necessarily be the best.
Definitely. You need to take into account also the rates. There are products that takes the fees as a percentage of the mortgage, and then it really depends on the size of the mortgage. So we calculate the total cost and we order by this attribute. You can also look at remortgage options. You just need to switch to a remortgage, and then you will have a list of all of your properties from your My Portfolio. You just need to pick the property, and the platform will take the values from what you defined on My Portfolio. And then you can run a search and see what are like your options in terms of remortgaging this property. And here again, you can check if you go if you apply to a company, perhaps you will get different results. And one thing to note is that the platform, every week, the engine runs for you, and they look for and search for remortgage opportunities. And this is on your dashboard. You can see it on the potential savings widget. You can also go to the insights page and see what opportunities the platform found for you. And the way it works is that the platform look at first on the analysis that I showed before of your portfolio, and also takes into account your early redemption fees. So even if the platform found a product that is better for you and can save you some costs, even if you pay the penalties and the new product fees, then you will get it as a recommendation. If not, you will not see it here. One thing important is that you need to keep the early redemption fees up to date on your My Portfolio in order to get better results. Now the change, even if, like one example, if you had 10 properties and you sold 2, perhaps other lenders now available for you and perhaps better rates are available for you. So our engine will find those opportunities for you.
Well, I'm sure anybody watching this is going to see how incredibly powerful this software is. And Avram, what is the difference between Lendlord and one of these other engines where, like you go and compare the market, so to speak, for different mortgage products?
Great question. So the difference is that in Lendlord, we also take into account the different criteria based on your own profile. So if you store your portfolio on Lendlord, we also take into account criteria items like number of buy-to-let mortgages that lenders to take a look at, the current portfolio LTV, total mortgage balance, the property ICR. We also stress the property. By the way, we have a questionnaire on the Lendlord Finance app that you can see it clearly, the difference between other aggregators to Lendlord. So if you start the process, here, by the way, you don't have to be a user of Lendlord. even like visitors of our website can start like a journey. So you just need to answer the questions. You can see like on the right side, the list of lenders that are available for you according to the answers you provide. So you can see like with a lower LTV, there are more lenders that are available for you, but if your portfolio LTV is higher, then less lenders are okay with that. Then we ask, of course, about minimum income, and you can see different lenders available according to your answers. So this is, so we collect this data, our engines, and according to that, we match it to the relevant lenders. And in the end, you can see the results that match to your profile, and you can, of course, tweak the data. You can do the same process for remortgage. And here you will see if you also in this screen, if you can save on your current costs. And in the Landlord platform, you can also check capital raising capability, what is your options in capital raising and things like that.
Well, again, anybody watching this will see how powerful this software is. It's just absolutely brilliant. All of this is being automated for you. And some of the banks that you see there, such as Aldermore, such as Vida Home Loans, such as Paragon or Pepper Money, you may not be familiar with them. Many landlords are not aware of how massive the buy-to-let market is, and they just stick with their high street bank. And when you go to a high street bank, they only have a very small number of products. And not only that, the person that's helping you with the remortgage or the mortgage, that they're actually a salesman. That's what they are. And I've been with NatWest for oh goodness knows, since I was 18, a long time, and they have a few good products, a few buy-to-let products, but only a very small amount. They have tougher criteria. And I do have a couple of buy-to-let mortgages with them, but for the most part, our portfolio has been built by these using these specialist buy-to-let lenders, which you can access via the Landlord Finance Hub. So I hope you found that webinar demonstration helpful in understanding how the Landlord platform can help you raise capital from within your portfolio. We're hopefully building a picture of how adding data to a digital tool such as Landlord helps you to understand many different aspects of your portfolio, including its performance, where there are capital raising opportunities, and also helping you keep records so that you can actually create a tax return out of that, for instance. And next week, we're going to be landing in the exit phase. And this is the phase where landlords are going to exit their property business. And if you've followed our advice, you will have already considered your route to exit when you started your property business those 25 years ago, if that's how long you've been involved. So next week, we're going to just talk about exiting your business and the different options to do that. So join me then.